Hi y'all, it's Margaret from Just Living Life, the YouTube channel. I am doing a quick overview of how I make a homemade pizza. I already have some dough ready, but I wanted to show you real quickly how easy it is that I do it, just to throw it together. Now I just have a regular bowl, and I have some Red Star active dry yeast. It's in one of these larger containers, so I keep it in the fridge once I've opened it. I am not doing any measuring in this, so you can guesstimate how much I have in it. I'll show you each time. I will pour some yeast. I would say that's probably between 1 and 2 teaspoons. I will show you about how much is in there. Sorry, I'm out of the camera. I've noticed it's not just a little bit down in the bottom. And I have some filtered water. This is about 3/4 of a bottle. It's a 16.9 ounce bottle. I'm going to pour the water in there so we can start. I can mix it. And for the sugar part, I am adding pure honey from a local beekeeper from out of Melbourne, Virginia. Let's see, just the name on it. Pure and natural honey, Melbourne, Virginia. And it's from this past year. So I am going to take a regular plastic spoon, and I will take that much or so and put it in here and mix it up. And I probably put about 8 ounces of water in here. Mix this up some, get it off of my spoon. And then I have a little blender. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit so the honey gets good and mixed into it. And then I have regular self-rising flour that I bought from Kroger's or Walmart, just regular brand. This is about a 1/2 cup here, and I should have kept my spoon. Get another one. Take that, mix it in real well. You can see it's still very sloppy feeling, so I get another about 1/2 cup, put it in there, mix it up real well again. Now it's starting to get a lot thicker, you can see, and I'm going to add a little bit more here, maybe another. For this one I'm going to use probably another 1/2 cup, right? And then I'm going to stir it around here. But once I have where it's showing it's pulling from the sides, right here this time, and get a little bit of flour on my hands over the front of it, and then mix it in some. Make sure all the flour that's in there is mixed up. If it is sticky, I will get a little bit more flour and put in there. No fuss, no muss. You're going to get your hands a little sticky or a little floured. Okay. And this is what it looks like. It is to about right here, give or take, in my container. I'll wipe these off real quick. Shut that. And then I'm going to take a towel, leave it in a warm place, covered up for an hour or two, or however long you need, in order to be able to get to being able to make it. If you need it in an hour, it should be ready in an hour. If you need it in a couple hours, it'll still be there ready and waiting on you when it's time. Alright. And now I'm going to show you. It's been sitting for about, I want to say, an hour and a half. Hour and a half. And this is about the same amount, maybe a little bit more. I think I might have done a little bit less. As you can see, it's very, fingers touch into it. It's very soft. I'm going to put a little bit of flour sprinkled across on my board here. And put my flour out, my dough out, and just start rolling it. I am making, it's about this big around. I want to say 15 inches maybe. A little bit bigger than a 12-inch pizza. It's starting to stick, so I'll turn it over. So some of the fresh flour will be on the side. Plus having it rise and leaving it sitting like that for a while gives it the dough a chance, the gluten a chance after you've been working it up, mixing it in to relax, so that it will actually start holding shape once you start rolling it out. I'll show you here in a second. Okay. Now over here, you can see with my pan, set it over top of it like that, and you can see that it's big enough to be able to place on it. Now for me, in order to do this, I am going to hopefully be able to do this very carefully without making too big of a mess. I'll set my pizza pan there, bring it up and over, and place my pan over to the side of it, and voila. And then of course I have some overhang on it, and that's great because then I can make a thicker crust. You just fold over the extra that you have, just like that. Nothing fancy. We're not looking to do anything fancy on it. We'll take a little extra for some of these areas. This is for those of you that need something quick and easy. Yes, I love watching all the videos where everybody shows how amazing their kitchens are and how nice and fancy it is, you know, to make how great they are at cooking. I'm a good cook. I'm never gonna say I'm a great cook. I'm a good cook. And other times I am a bad cook. And other times I just don't want to cook. And I know there's some of you out there that are like that. I love cooking, but summertime is here, full force. And honestly, just do not like summertime heat to invade my house. And I can't have my air conditioner on while my stove is on. While thinking about that, I also kept my oven on a few minutes ago on 350, and it's been preheating. I have Kroger 6 cheese pasta sauce. Any flavor pasta sauce that you like, just pour some on. It's a steak. It's been in the fridge from the other day when I made calzones. Using a little handy dandy spoon. I want to say that was probably about a cup, maybe, for those of you that like to have numbers. But I don't measure a lot unless it's an absolute necessary for certain recipes. If you have a meringue recipe or a certain type of cake or dessert that you absolutely have to pay attention to how many layers or how many eggs or what you whip the eggs to, something of that sort. You know, how many eggs you have to have or how many cups of milk, whatever it is, something that is, you have to have that, then yes. But the rest of the time, it's by what tastes good, what looks good, what feels good. Here we have the Kroger low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese, shredded cheese, and I am just going to, and that was probably about 2 cups of sauce, I would say. It's fairly thick on the bottom. You can barely see the bottom on a couple places. We like cheese. We like lots of cheese. There we go. And so that was probably also about 2 cups, give or take, of cheese, or shredded cheese. And there you go. The edges of it, I just fold it over, as you can see here in some of the places. Fold it over into it, and I put the sauce on thick enough where you couldn't see the bottom, but and there's a couple places where it was thin enough where you could, but not so thin that it won't cook into it and cook into my cheese. I will cook this for about 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes, until all the cheese is melted and the edges of my pizza crust are light to medium brown. And I will show you what it looks like if my camera would work here. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Thanks for watching. See y'all soon.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me.
So I put the pizza in at 6:24, and at about, I think it was, no, 5:24, and about 5:55, I came in to check on it, and the cheese wasn't quite as done as I'd like it to be. So I came in here and sat with it, turned it on broil until the cheese was just enough melted. A little bit of browning around the edges. A little bit of cheese snackage. And there you go. Oh, so it's been 30 minutes because it's 6:03, 6:04 now, and I had took it out. The dough that we just made a few minutes ago, look at that. Look how much it has risen already. You can see when you stick your fingers in it. Oh, it's still sticky. I may make donuts with these here in just a little while. Or roll it up a little bit and stick it in the freezer. I don't know yet. But we're going to leave it covered up while we eat some dinner. Hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, y'all just keep living life. See y'all soon. Bye. So on a side note, when I cut it, cuts beautifully, of course, but underneath it is still a little bit, it's done, but it's too soft. See how it's just coming up too easily? And I try to massacre that piece. Still good, but it's too soft, at least for our liking, because it's going to fall apart. So I actually turned my oven up to, if you can see that, it's 400. You can see that it's 400. And I am going to put it back in the oven for about another 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to keep a close eye on it and see how the bottom does until it gets just a little bit crispy. And then once I take it out, I'll take another picture of it showing you, or a short minute video showing you what that 10-15 minutes at that temperature did for it. Alright, so I just took it out after about an extra 10 minutes or so, 10-15. I just had to keep an eye on it. You see the edges are a little bit browner. The cheese is melted a lot more. And let's see if I can get this hold up so you can see it. You can see the bottom has a lot more brownness to it. Now, if you like it a whole lot more crunchy, you can cover up the edges with some tin foil or the whole top of it and leave it in the oven probably for another 10 minutes, and it will end up making the bottom crunchier. Or better yet, cook the pizza crust by itself for about 15-20 minutes before you actually make the pizza, and then put the sauce and cheese on it, and you'll end up being able to have a crunchier crust. But there we go. Had to show 100. This is scrumptious, hot, oh my god, hot and delicious. Extra few minutes. Yep, still nice and rose. Hope y'all enjoy this video. And again, sorry, again, until the next time, here we go. Just keep living. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.